with another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And this week I wanted to share a couple of important things with you. The first thing is that, as you probably already know from people around you or yourself, there's a lot of flu symptoms going around, and that is people that have already gotten the flu shot and haven't gotten the flu shot, and it seems to be a pretty common thing. And when people are having these symptoms, it can be pretty intense. So we're talking like, heat, fevers, swelling, digestive issues, feeling achy all over, congestion, headaches, just feeling completely wiped, things like that. So when I was doing some testing about it, it was fascinating because I was getting that, over 95% of it was not necessarily a new flu bug or a new pathogen that we had been exposed to, but old pathogens from the past finally healing. And if you look at German New Medicine, they have this little chart, and you get this little spike called the healing crisis, or epileptoid crisis, they call it. And during that time is the maximum point of healing, and then after that's a resolution. So those of you that are familiar with healing crisis, that can be pretty uncomfortable. And the flu symptoms are very similar in all the different symptoms involved with the flu, is pretty much a healing crisis. So I was getting that. Most of everyone that was getting this was really not fighting a new flu, but healing an old pathogen or sets of old pathogens. And this could be like, other timelines as well. So many of our other timelines are also going through a healing crisis. And why is this happening now? Well, it just depends on what's going on with the latest Ascension upgrades. Some Ascension upgrades tend to release certain things or start to heal certain things. This one seems to be related to flu-related symptoms. So that was one thing, and hopefully we're getting to the tail end of it, because it certainly is not comfortable for people being in bed for days and feeling like crap. But just so you know, you don't necessarily have to have a, what we call a judgment or negative attitude related to that, going, oh my gosh, I'm so sick, that's not fair, da 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 da. You could just say, oh wow, this is intense, but my body's rebalancing itself, boy, this is a big healing crisis. Okay, anything you can do, God team, to turn down the symptoms. Thank you so much for letting me know I'm healing, So that may be very helpful for you. So try it out. The second thing I wanted to share with you, and this is for all you that are sensitives out there, so you feel too much, and you may not even be empaths anymore, but still you feel too much, because every Ascension upgrade we get to feel more, especially during the expansion phase of the Ascension cycle. And I was, reading a book and a couple of books. One's Transparency by Penny Pierce, and there's another one called Multiple Souls by Ruth Rendley, which I'm almost finished now. And they both said something very interesting, which got me thinking. And basically it's this, we have the talent of being, more and more spiritually awakened or spiritually enlightened. And that means that we have an awareness of the whole, of the one, which we can, get information from if we want to, from that whole, from source, from, the source of all things. So the thing is though, even though we have the ability to sense what's going on in multiple timelines, past, present, future, what's going on with, Donald Trump, or what's going on in India or China or whatever, is it really necessary, and for our physical body's highest and greatest good, for us to have that large awareness? So I started asking questions about awareness. So what I was getting is that even though we have that ability to be able to feel and see and connect with that grand awareness, that big awareness of everything, that for the functioning of our bodies and for everyday life sanity, we would probably need to focus our awareness to the now. So think about that. So you can ask, how focused is my awareness on the now? What I was getting, at least testing a couple people myself, was that for high functioning, it should be around 20 to 25%, something like that, that we are focused on the whole. The rest we're focused on the now. So that'd be about 75% focused on the now, which means we would ignore necessarily information going on from our alternate lives, that sort of thing. So see if you can imagine this wholeness of awareness being now, you consciously choosing to focus on the now. So the Kotopican healing command would be, I now command that my awareness be focused in the now in the highest and best way. So see if that changes that percentage for you, and see if that changes how you feel. Maybe it's helpful, maybe it's not. Please let me know. Give me some feedback on that. I asked God Team whether or not they can do that automatically for us. The answer was no. So I think what's going on is that we need to be able to practice the skill set. So we need to be able to practice bringing our awareness and our consciousness to the now, knowing we could tap into the whole, the greater whole. But then when we are not needing to do that, go ahead and pull it back into the now. It's a little different from what we talked about in other, trainings about holding healthy boundaries. That's still true. This is different. This is about awareness. So see if that resonates with you. See if it helps you to do this focusing exercise. So the other things I want to share with you is that Monday's show was this Monday's show was very, very popular about souls, soul contracts, soul destiny partners. So if you missed it, you can go ahead and check it out on the replay on my Blog Talk Radio page. The other announcement is that my Dr. Karen Can radio show has now been renamed officially to Light Warrior Radio with Dr. Karen Can. So you'll see me talking and saying that at the beginning of the radio shows. And maybe we'll even get a professional voiceover, which means probably one of my, either Jake or James doing it. Either one of my friends or my husband doing it. But anyway, it's all fun, isn't it? So next week, we're going to actually, on Monday's radio show at noon Eastern, we're going to speak with David Schmidt, my friend from CEO and creator, inventor of LifeWave patches that you know that I wear, and I love these. He has a new product coming out, which has to do with algae and algae oil, I believe. To be honest, I don't even know exactly what it is, but I know he talked about it years ago about this bioreactor that he owns, and he actually grows this algae himself, and then he has this coil, which is like a pulse electromagnetic healing product, which does amazing things. And he can actually increase the frequency and vibration and the healing power of this amazing algae. It's already amazing. So I can't wait to talk to him on Monday. So join us on Monday for the show. You can call and ask questions if you'd like. Hopefully the Blog Talk Radio console will work for me next week. It wasn't working for me this week, so I had to clear my cache or something like that. Anyway, so a couple of dates to keep in mind. January 9th, we'll be relaunching the second time for the Unlock Your Superpowers program. So if you missed it the first time, this time I will be in Package B offering another set of live trainings, okay, for the new folks, that join us. So if you missed it the first time, here's your chance to get Package B or C, where you can get some live training with me in addition to the 7 modules. So January 9th, there's going to be a self-hosted column From Heartache to Joy. It's moi and me, and one of the From Heartache to Joy helpers that's going to be on the call. So we're going to be doing some group healings and doing some live healings as well. So mark that down. It should be 1 p.m. Eastern, so 10 a.m. Pacific. I believe that's a Tuesday. Yeah. So make sure you're on that mailing list from Heartache to Joy, so you can get alerted of when that's happening. I look forward to that in January. And we got some neat stuff coming up as well. We've expanded, our tribe. The Light Warrior Network on Facebook is a new Facebook group. So if you have not joined that, please join us on Light Warrior Network as well, and invite your family and friends, those that of course are into this kind of woo-woo angelic spiritual stuff. Please have them join. We're going to have lots of fun on that network. All right, so have a wonderful week. Take care of yourself. Remember to drink lots of water and keep your minerals up, and focus your awareness to the now. Okay, love y'all. Bye for now.